All right, so you find out about this cinema camera that can shoot 14-bit RAW, 5K, and all these different modes and everything for less than $500. So you go down the rabbit hole, the Canon Eos M, and now you're so close to going to Amazon or eBay or wherever to purchase this camera. But hold on, before you do, you must stay to the end of this video because I'm going to give you 10 reasons as to why you probably shouldn't buy that camera. Hold on. How are you going to tell someone not to buy the $150 cinema camera when you just bought your second one? Like, it may not be for everyone, you know? Some people may not want the challenge and they're like, maybe I want to buy some more at a low price before a lot more people buy them and everything. So I guess, come on, man. Reason number one, the learning curve. When I say a learning curve, I mean just the entire process of setting it up, shooting with it, getting the footage off of the camera. And mind you, this first reason kind of ties into the rest of the reasons that I'm going to give. Like, it's the learning curve and you have to have a lot of patience with this camera. Reason number two, why you should not get this $150 cinema camera, there is absolutely no playback, or it might as well be no playback, because the playback that you get is frame by frame. You're watching each little photo within the video being played back, so it'll take forever to really watch the full playback. Reason number three why you shouldn't get this Canon Eos M, the cinema camera. In the majority of the modes that are available for you to shoot in, the preview of what you're seeing on the screen is not accurate, not even close to accurate. For some of the modes, like, you'll probably just be seeing not the full picture, but you'll see like just the corner of the actual picture that's being taken. In order to see the full composition, you have to press the info button that gives a real-time preview, and it's actually showing it frame by frame. So if you're moving, it's going to be lagging a lot. Reason number four, oh man, it takes a lot more time to process the footage that you capture with this camera. First, you have to eject the memory card. Put the memory card inside of your laptop or your desktop. Oh, don't forget, you have to have the MLV app in order to process the footage. So get the MLV app on your laptop or desktop, and then from there, you import the footage into your MLV app. And then from there, like, once it's in MLV app, you can see the footage played back, but it's not being played back in real time. Like, you'll be getting played back in like 10 to 15 frames per second. So it's still like real jittery, and that's not what you want. Then you gotta export from the MLV app. Once the footage is exported, then you're able to see what you shot. All right, reason up. Yo, man, like, how many sandwiches you gonna make? Yo, can you not use up all my bread, man? That's keto. It costs a lot. What? That doesn't make any sense. You can't keto and eat bread. Okay, it does make sense. That's why I gotta eat so much in order to get full. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's get back to it. Reason number five why you shouldn't get this camera: the file sizes. Just like reason number four, like, it takes a lot more time to process and like to export and everything, and the reason why is because of how big the files are. Like, some of the shortest footage I be getting, it can be like 5 to 10 gigs, just like 10 to 20 seconds long worth of footage, and that can really eat up your hard drive or your desktop space. And when you take up more space, then that means you have to invest in bigger hard drives. If you have like older laptop, you may have to invest in a new computer, a new desktop. Yeah, and like all that can add up just by getting this camera. Reason number six why you shouldn't get this camera: that flat screen. Like, it doesn't come out, at least like the A7 III, like, it doesn't flip out, nothing. It just flat. Like, if you trying to shoot at an angle, you're not gonna be able to see the footage. Using this camera, like, it's almost mandatory for you to have a monitor just so that you can have a better view of what you're actually shooting. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now, I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. Reason number 7 why you shouldn't get this camera. There's no grip. This little, that's your grip, and like it's really not that comfortable. It's hard to really grip this so you can get steady footage. Reason number 8 as to why you should not get this camera is the crop factor. Now, shooting on a non full frame camera is already a crop factor, but with you downloading Magic Lantern and shooting with the different modes, each mode have different crop factors. I think probably 2.5K. I think in that mode, I believe like it makes my 24mm look like a 50mm or 48mm. Like if you don't have something that's less than 35mm, like it may be kind of hard for you to get a good variety of shots with this camera because of the different crop factors. Now, reason number 9 as to why you should not buy this $150 cinema camera. You know what doesn't make sense? How do you have this delicious cookies and cream ice cream and you're supposed to be on the keto diet, and this is definitely not keto? Yeah, I know, like it's not keto. Like I have it, you know, for balance, you know, like on like the weekends, like my cheat days, you know. So balance? Reason, yeah, balance. Okay, that's like me saying I eat my fruits and veggies 5 days out the week just so I can do crack cocaine on the weekends. Doesn't make no sense. All right, man. Got wrong business. Can I continue, please? Low light, and the max ISO is 3200, and that's really not much. And like you'll have to have like a real fast lens in order to be able to shoot at an ISO. Although like I have done some low light tests with this camera, and it did pretty well. And reason number 10, the autofocus. Now, this camera, it does have autofocus, but it doesn't have autofocus. And those who use the Canon Eos M know what I mean. Yeah, that's reason number 10 as to why you shouldn't get this camera, because of there's no autofocus. But like if you're going to purchase a camera regardless, no matter what, please go ahead, go down to the description and use the link that I have down there. Like you'll really help me out. Let me know if this changed your mind into purchasing the Canon Eos M, or let me know if y'all still want to go after and challenge yourself with this camera. Stay tuned until next week, because next week I'm going to give y'all 10 reasons as to why you should buy this camera. I'm Christian Najee Brown. Thanks again, y'all. Peace. Reason number 10. My name's Tyrone Biggums. I like to do crack cocaine on the weekends. Yo, can you? Come on, man, do it with me. And I'll stop. Bro, not now. Come on, like you've been doing this entire video. Can I just finish? Come on, man, you know you want to do it. Shazam! Although this $150 cinema camera, the Canon Eos M, came out over 10 years ago in 2012, here's why you should still buy it. Reason number 1, the price. Now, as I mentioned, it's $150, at least that's how much I paid for it, but you can still find some good prices for this camera. Currently, at the recording of this video, there is one that's going for $156 and also another one going for $188 on Amazon. And I'll have the link down in the description for those who want to buy it, and I will get a small commission at no further expense to you. All right, reason number 2, the size. The size of this camera is perfect. Like you can literally fit this inside your pocket. And so for me, what I usually do, this is my GoPro case. Put this in here, my lens, and my little hand grip in here, charger, extra battery, and I'm good to go. And also like it's really lightweight. Even when you rig it out, it's still pretty light. Reason number 3, the quality. Like the quality of the image, the quality of the colors from this little beast of a camera. Like you can't match it for the price. Just take a look at some of the videos that I've shot on my channel and you'll see just the quality that it's capable of shooting with. And the colors look beautiful. You can really stretch these colors like because you're able to shoot in 14-bit RAW. Reason number 4 why you should buy this camera. Like not that many people know about it, which is why you can still probably find good deals on this camera. And reason number 5 why you should buy this $150 cinema camera is the software. Like Magic Lantern and the MLV app, those softwares that's needed in order to access all the capabilities of this camera, they're free. Like you don't have to spend no extra money or anything like that. Like it's all free 99.
Free 99?
You can't beat that. The beauty about it is that they're still giving out updates with the Magic Lantern software, with the MLV app. So like it's not just software and stuff that's 10 years old. No, like it's still giving updates. Like in the past, I want to say 4 months, they did a huge upgrade to where you're able to shoot much longer in HD modes on this camera. Because before you can only shoot about like 4 or 5 seconds, but now you can shoot continuously. Now you really can use this camera for actual projects. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. Reason number 6 why you should buy this camera. Now, it may seem like it's not a good reason, but it can be if you know what I'm talking about. Reason number 6 is the challenge that this camera comes with, meaning there is no playback and also there's no autofocus, really. With that being said, I feel that it causes you to really focus. It reminds me a lot of film photography, like where there's no playback, like I can't see what I shot until after I get everything processed. So with that being said, I'm going to take more time in composing my shot and making sure things are in focus and everything. And by shooting manually with these manual lenses, you're able to get better at pulling focus. Reason number 7 why you should get this camera. The availability of lenses for this camera. Like there's so many different adapters and the lenses can be fairly cheap. Like you can buy most of the lenses that you use on this camera for less than $200, if not less than $500. Like they have adapters and lenses that you can use from Nikon F mount, Canon EF mount, the Canon EF M mount. I think it's a C mount for like 16mm film cameras. You can use those lenses on this camera. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. Reason number 8 why you should get this camera. You are able to use a monitor with it. Like it has the HDMI out. So that really helps a lot, like with composing your shots and being able to view what you're shooting, especially since you're going to be pulling focus manually. It's suggested that you have a monitor. Reason number 9, the settings that this camera has. Like it gives you like cinema settings, like where you can have false colors, waveform, you can shoot in RAW. There's dual ISO. I haven't used it yet, but at least it's there and available. It has all these HD modes, 2K, 2.5K, 3K, 4K, 5K. And I'm pretty sure many other settings that I haven't even scratched the surface of. Reason number 10, having this camera is a great introduction to working with higher end cinema cameras. Like with this camera, you can kind of begin to get used to the workflow of what it's like to work with a cinema camera, as far as like shooting high res mode, shooting 14-bit RAW, and like what is required of you in order to process the footage and the time that's required of you and everything. Today I have a special treat for you guys, and especially for myself. I've been waiting a while for this to come into the mail, and this is a $150 cinema camera. This camera can shoot in 14-bit RAW in all different kind of HD modes, 2K, 4K, 2.5K, 10-bit, 8-bit. Let's get to it. I'm going to unbox this camera, and then I'm also going to show some test footage. I think I almost cut myself. Gotta be safe. All right, so I got the camera. I got an adapter for Nikon to Canon EOS M because I have some vintage Nikon lenses that I bought. I'm lying, I didn't buy it. It was actually given to me. This camera came out like 10 years ago, I believe in 2012. So that's the amazing thing about this camera is that you can shoot raw. You can shoot in all these different modes and everything. And of course, this isn't how the camera was initially made when it first came out. And if you don't know, there's a software called Magic Lantern that makes this camera capable of shooting all these modes. And I just want you all to know that I'm not a pro or anything like that. Like, I literally just found out about this camera probably 3 weeks max. I found out about this camera, and within a few days I ended up buying this camera. And the majority of the information that I received about this camera is from Zeek. All right. Almost started to come with a charger because like I saw the battery. I thought this was like 2 batteries at first, and I thought, I'm like, yo, like they gave me 2 batteries without a charger. Like, what kind of stuff is that? But no, this is actually like a real great deal. I found this on Amazon for no more than $160, and it came with a battery and the camera, of course, and a charger. No lens, but even with that, that's a great deal. I got the silver one. Ooh, man, it seems nice. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I just love the look of this. I know I really don't see that many silver cameras unless it's like vintage or something, and this one on Amazon said that it was in very good condition, and just looking at it, it's like brand new pretty much. Wow. I just love the look of this thing too. So it got an HDMI out, got the microphone jack, got the AV out. That's like the charge, I believe. Menu set. Yeah, this is literally brand new. Wow. Like, if all my cameras could be like this, like A7 III could have like the nice silver with the black accent, like that would be dope. Just get like a vintage look, like with this right here, this Nikon, I think it's the F1. I actually don't remember, but this one, you see, like just get like a nice look just with the contrast, the silver and black. Beautiful. I'm really excited to test this out. I wonder if the batteries are charged. Let's see. I have to watch it is charged. It's halfway charged. Now let's open up this adapter. This is the Nikon, the Photo-C Nikon F to Canon EOS M adapter. I can take the lens off of this and test it out on the camera. So this is a 24 millimeter 2.8. I think that's on there, right? Yeah, so one thing I love about these old Nikon lenses is that all like the aperture is manual, all right here. So let's see. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I forgot, like one of the only downsides of this camera is that it's a flat monitor, so you can't flip it out or turn it or anything like that. But yeah, that's why you get a monitor and rig it out and everything. So that's what I'm gonna do next. It's just from the looks of it, this adapter is perfect. Just the way the lens look on here, it looks pretty nice. Word. All right, so your Canon Eos M just arrived, and you notice that everything's in a whole nother language. So let me show you how to change the language. Press the menu button. What you want to do is go to the main Canon menu. And now you see, so now you go over to the second wrench. So quickest way, just go back like that, and then go to the second to last and click the middle button, set, and then go up, click English, and boom, Now if you want to learn how to install Magic Lantern, how to install Magic Lantern on the Canon EOS M. Now just so you all know, you should do this at your own risk. For myself, I haven't had any problems, and there are many other success stories who haven't had any problems. If you haven't already, please go ahead, like, subscribe. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing you all are going to want to do is to open this utility. You're going to want to format your card. So go to your card and then click erase. Alright, now that it's done, you're going to go ahead over and download Magic Lantern. Now the link to download Magic Lantern is going to be in the description, so you can go ahead and click on that. And once Magic Lantern is finished downloading, you're going to open your download, and you're just pretty much going to open the folder right here, select all, and just drag it over to your memory card. And now that it's on your memory card, you're going to eject your memory card and pop into your Canon EOS M. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is switch your Canon EOS M to camera mode, and then you're going to turn your EOS M on. Press the menu button, and you're going to go over to the 4th wrench. Click firmware, and then you're going to go over and click OK. It's updating. Now just restart your camera, so turn it off, turn it back on, switch over to movie, and you're all good to go. What's up, y'all? I'm Christian IG Brown. Let's get straight to it. So you downloaded Magic Lantern and you trying to install it, but you keep on getting the error message. What's up with that? Here's the fix. So what you want to do is pop your memory card back into your computer. If you have a Mac, you're going to go to disk utility, and you're going to click on your memory card. You're going to format it. So you're going to click erase. And then instead of exFAT, you're going to change that to ms.fat. And then so click erase. And then done. All right. And then after that, what you're going to do is just go ahead and drag and drop your Magic Lantern files back onto your memory card, and that should be it. Word! You just purchased a Canon EOS M. This video is for you. Here's 5 things you must do. Number 1, install Magic Lantern on your camera and download the MLV app. Now, Magic Lantern is a software that's needed in order to get all the crazy features and the beautiful quality that you can see and produce on this camera. Now, MLV app is the software that's needed on your computer in order to process the footage. Number 2, don't rig your camera. Just go shoot. Like, I know it's tempting, like you want to get all the different parts and put your camera together like Legos. We all love to do it, but sometimes that can hold you back from just going out and shooting. Like, I don't think I rigged my camera out probably for a good like 6 months maybe. Early videos on my page are from just the camera, the lens, and a tripod. The average viewer is not going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Pause right there. Now, I know for sure he used a small rig cage with a tilted handle. Yeah, nobody's going to do that. 99% of people watching your footage aren't going to care about the gear and the rig that you have. Just like how when we go out to eat, we don't care about the fancy equipment that's being used in the kitchen. All we care about is what's being brought to the table. Number 3, do not give up. Like, I know it can be discouraging because you're seeing all this great footage produced by other people, and then you get this camera and it's like, yo, are we shooting on the same camera? Yo, like, I know for sure this was not shot on Canon EOS M. I'm pretty sure you probably put that it's shot on the Canon EOS M, but you actually shot it on the A7S3. Yeah, y'all some lying. People really are getting great footage with this camera. It just takes that patience, because I know when I first started, I almost gave up and took my camera back because I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do this. But I changed my mind, stuck with it, and I'm glad I did. And I learned so much over the past 8 months. Now, the number 4 thing you should do if you just bought this camera is join the Facebook group. For those who don't know, there's an entire community on Facebook dedicated to the Canon EOS M using Magic Lantern. And shout out to Ansel, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a subscriber on my page, and he told me about the group, and I joined, and I've been loving being a part of that group, and I've learned a lot, and it's a great community. People are really helpful. And the number 5 thing that you should do if you just picked up the Canon Eos M is subscribe to this channel. Every single week I'm dropping a video, and the majority of videos I'm dropping are about the Canon Eos M. So if you want to see a tutorial on how I color grade my footage, this is where you find it. If you have a request on a video that you would like me to make, if I'm able to, I'll try my best to do it. Now, number 6, this is a bonus. If you just picked up the Canon Eos M, you should watch this video right here. This video shows you my settings and my workflow, how I expose my footage, all the way down to how I color grade my footage. I'm Christian Najee Brown. Word! Let's do that over. I'm Christian Najee Brown. Word! For those who don't know, I am Christian Najee Brown, and in this video I'm going to show you all my settings for when I'm shooting in 5K FRTP, and also I'm going to show you all my workflow so you guys can know how I color grade and just the import export for the video that I shot last week. If you haven't seen it, please go ahead, check it out right here. It was a nighttime shoot, and I shot with the 7 Artisans 25mm 1.8 lens, and this one is a pretty good lens. Like I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's a pretty good lens, and it performs pretty well at low light. If you haven't already, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and let's get to it. All right, y'all, now that y'all downloaded Magic Lantern, you're gonna go ahead and turn on your Canon Eos M. Wait for it. All right, hold down the trash can button for a few seconds to go to the main menu. Now, for my settings, like in order for me to shoot in 5K FRTP, I'll be at the top, go over to movie, and then I'll click the center button for presets. I'll scroll down all the way to 5K FRTP, and as you notice, it'll say right here, please enable kill Canon GUI. What does that mean? What does it do? I honestly don't know, but I just know that I enable it. So once we click set, the middle button, 5K, we'll go over to display, and then you see kill Canon GUI. I'm just going to turn that on just as it said. Now I'm going to go back, and so in order to shoot in 14-bit, I'll turn this off, because as it says, recording bit depth off equal 14-bit, so that's off. And also, I noticed this is something that Zeek mentioned. You go to raw video, and then you'll press the play button, and then you'll scroll down to advanced, and then you'll go up to more hacks. Click center button and change this to LV face plus AEWB. What does it mean? I don't know, but I just know that's what Zeek said, and I know everything's been working great. So I'll go back, and mind you, in order to go back, you press the menu button. Yeah, so that's pretty much my settings. And like what I use, like while I'm shooting, is the histogram. So if you don't have the histogram already enabled, you can go over, so click the left button over to overlay, and here is where you can choose all the different overlays you want. So if you want zebras or focus peaking or magic zoom, this is where you go. But I just put on the histogram, click the center button, and then click the menu button to exit out, and there you have it. Oh, and just a quick tip, like for myself, in order to get good footage, I try to have the exposure over, oops, I forgot it's touchscreen. I try to have the exposure over to the right, not to the left. So also to raise the to raise your ISO, you use the up button, and I think the highest ISO you can go to is 3200. So right now I don't have that. I don't have a low light lens on. I have the 18-55 one, so you may not be able to see it go all the way over, but I think this is like a good exposure. If not, a little bit more over to the right will be perfect. And then yeah, then you can just press record, and in 5K FRTP, you can shoot continuous raw And I noticed that one of the things that can get in the way of shooting continuous is that like if it's overexposed or if it's too bright, it causes it to not record as long. But if it's a darker scene, then it'll record longer. All right, now that y'all know my settings, let's get to my workflow. All right, y'all, so now that you guys captured your footage, the first thing you're gonna do once you input your memory card inside your desktop or your laptop is you're gonna open up the MLV app. And now that it's open, you're gonna go right up here so that you can import your MLV files from your Canon Eos M memory card. So as you can see, already right out of the camera, like the colors and everything just look nice. Like it's not too saturated or no, I'm just playing, y'all. Like the colors are horrible. Like the settings they have in MLV when you first put everything in there, like it's not the best. So I'm gonna show you guys like what I do. So the first thing that I do is I'll scroll down all the way down to profiles, and first thing I do is I select a preset. The preset I always use is Sony S-Log3. So boom, now that's much better than how it was looking. So usually what I do is I convert all my footage to Sony S-Log3, and then I'll export from here, and then I'll throw it into Final Cut, and then I'll do like a converter LUT and then put a LUT on top of that in order to grade it. So that's what we're gonna do. Sometimes in here I'll probably, like if it's too dark, I'll probably raise the exposure a little bit in here, but not too much. My export settings, so I'll just show you guys my export settings. So my export settings is Apple ProRes 4444. I think I said enough fours, yeah. FFmpeg Cosia, yeah, I'm not really sure what any of that means, but this is just how I have it, just so you guys can have a reference. And for whenever I shoot like in 2.5K or 2.8K or anything less than 4K, like I usually have this checked right here so it can resize, it can upscale it to 4K. And then once I'm finished, then I'll just go right up here and export select clip, choose a folder, click save, and you'll be on your way. Now let's hop on over to Final Cut. So now we're opening up Final Cut Pro. I know a lot of you may use Davinci, but for myself, I use Final Cut Pro. So, oh, perfect. So here's a video that I did last week testing out the 5K FRTP mode with the 7 Artisans 25mm 1.8 in low light. I can just show y'all some of the clips. I did the same workflow as I did just now that I showed y'all in MLV. So let's just choose a clip. So here's one clip right here. Now this is how it looks like once I color graded and everything, but let's do it how it looks when I first import it. So this is how it looks when I first imported it. Now it was flat just as I exported from MLV, and once I imported, what I did was I went ahead and applied a LUT, which was Phantom LUTs, the neutral A7S3 right there, and that's pretty much all I did. Oh, and also like I sharpened it, so I had like a tad bit of sharpening on here, but yeah, like I did no noise reduction or anything like that, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I know it may seem like it was more, but that's pretty much all I did. I shot in 5K FRTP, put it in MLV, changed it to S-Log3, exported, put it in Final Cut, applied LUTs, and boom, there you have it. Yo, what's cracking, y'all? I'm Christian Brown. Welcome to the channel. Last week I did a video showing you all the before and after footage of my Canon Eos M, and this week I'm going to show you all how I actually color graded that footage. Now, please stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to show you all where you can get some free LUTs. Actually, I'm gonna show you all where you can get the LUTs that I use on all my videos, like Canon Eos M videos, and also all the rest of my videos on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Let's get straight to it. All right, now, so the first thing you all are gonna wanna do is to import your footage into the MLV app. So this is just a quick test footage I just took just now, just so that I can show you all how to color grade. So as you see, once you first import your footage inside the MLV app, they already have like some kind of conversion to the footage you put in there. And usually I don't use that. Well, not usually, but always. I never use that. I always go over here to the side panel and then scroll all the way down to debayer algorithm. Oh no, I'm lying. Not that. I scroll all the way down to profiles, and then I select a preset, and the preset I always use is Sony S-Log3. As you can see, the profile and just the colors and everything are much flatter. Now for some of y'all may not understand why it looks like this. It gives you more range to color grade and adjust the colors and everything without having ugly things happen to your image. Now, so after I usually convert the footage to S-Log3, just depending on how it looks, I may or may not change the exposure. So if I underexpose, then I'll raise the exposure. If it's too much, then I'll lower the exposure, as you can see. But I think for this one, it may be just a little bit underexposed, maybe. So I may just raise it just a tad bit. I think that's good right there. Yeah. And as y'all can see, like I have the Back to the Future little setup. Yo, if y'all want to buy that, I'll have it linked in my description, along with all the rest of my camera gear, EOS M gear. And I will get a small commission based off of that, but no further expense to you. Oh, and also, in order to get the best out of your footage and get the best colors and everything, the best thing to do is to expose properly when you're shooting in camera. And for those who aren't familiar or want to learn how to, like, I have a whole video talking about my settings and my workflow, and I'll have that link down in the description to that video so you can see how I expose and my settings and everything. So I'm just playing back the footage right now just to see how it looks overall. I think that's a pretty good exposure. And for what I do, I usually export my footage from MLV app, and then I import it into Final Cut Pro, and then that's where I usually do the majority of my color grading. But for those who don't want to go through all those steps, whether it's exporting and importing to Davinci, Final Cut, or Adobe Premiere, there is a way where you can actually color correct and color grade within MLV app. And I'll just do like just a short little tutorial real quick. I may do a longer video on this, but I really don't ever use this because you really don't have that much control over your colors. But just this is pretty good, like if you just want to get like some quick footage, throw a LUT on there and then be done with it. So what you want to do is scroll down to LUT, click enable LUT, and you will click this folder right here. And this is where you'll search for wherever you have your LUT set up, like on your desktop or on your laptop or your hard drive. Here, open, and boom. As a matter of fact, that's not bad at all. And also, like in here, you can adjust like the strength of the LUT that you put on there. So let's just play it back a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. So that's with it on, that's with it off, on, off, on, off. Yeah, so that's good just for like a basic color correction. But the only thing is that within MLV app, just from my knowledge, I don't think you can add multiple LUTs. Like you can only add one on there. So that's the only downside. And me, I usually add like multiple LUTs and change the intensity of each one so that I can get the right color that I want. But I'm not going to do that today, so I'm going to turn this off. And we're going to expose. We're going to export this All right, so now that we have imported the footage into Final Cut Pro, the first thing I do is I go up here and I click on the color wheel. Now I know some people may use curves and other things, but I just personally use the color wheels for now. Well, everything looks good pretty much. I think everything had looked good before I exported. So, but just a tip, like once you import into Final Cut Pro or whatever other program, you may want to adjust your color wheels or your curves before you begin to start adding LUTs or color grading. So after that's done, then I'll go down here to effects and I'll double click on custom LUT. And mind you, the LUT that I'm getting ready to use is a part of the LUTs that I'm going to tell you about at the end of the video, which you're able to receive and put on your footage. And these are the LUTs that I usually use for the majority of my footage, my Canon Eos M footage, and also all my other videos that I've used on this channel. You can check it out. So the LUT that I'm going to use is a color correcting LUT, so it's a converter LUT. So I'll go down here to log to Rec 709, and since I converted it to S-Log3 in MLV app, I'm going to click on Sony S-Log3, and boom. So that's already have like a base correction. It's already looking good. Now, after that's done, I'll go back down here, do another custom LUT, and let's see, we can go through here and see what looks good. So these are some film LUTs. So the LUTs I'm going to tell you about at the end of the video, they have film LUTs, and also they have some LUTs that have similar looks from certain movies, just like let's go down here. So like Aviator, the movie Drive, the movie Her. That's like one of my favorite LUTs. I use it on one of my drone videos when I was in Catalina Island. You go check that out, it's pretty dope. Some LUTs that mimic the Moonrise Kingdom look, Grand Budapest Hotel, Godfather. And mind you, like, I'm not sponsored by this or anything. I'm just grateful that these are free, and they really been of a huge help to me through everything that I've been doing with these videos. So I'm gonna try some film LUTs out. So let's see, professional portrait Kodak, let's try that out. That looks pretty nice, really contrasty. Okay, and the cool thing is that you can adjust the intensity. So I'm just going to get about, you know what, I think I might do it like right there. So that's how it looks with it on, with it off, on, off. Now I'll turn it back on, and I'll just add like more LUTs and just change the intensity of it. So mind you, this is my first time doing it on this footage, so I'm just figuring it out as I go. Maybe let's do a movie LUT. Let's try Her out. No, that's too much. Just bring it down a little bit and see how it looks. I kind of like the warmness of it, so I might keep that on about right there. So that's how it looks with it on, with it off, on, off. All right, now let's see, do another one, another custom LUT. Now let me go down here, where was that, look LUTs, and let's see, teal and orange. I kind of like how that looks. I'm not sure how it looks on here, but usually I use that. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, okay, that's fine, I guess. Let's see, just play this out and see how it looks. All right. Mind you, I wasn't trying to do anything cinematic or anything, just do nothing crazy. Just wanted to get some test footage just so I can work with you guys and go through MLV app and put it in here, and then do a basic little color grade, color correction, see how it is. And yeah, like, you don't have to go all crazy. Sometimes I just like playing around with colors and adding LUTs on top of LUTs and adjusting intensity just to experiment with different colors and looks. I added 4 LUTs on here, as you can see. So did Sony S-Log3. I did Sony S-Log3, the Kodak Professional Portrait 400. I did the Her LUT, the teal and the orange, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna show you how it looks before and after, like the little slide and everything. So now the moment that you all been waiting for, how and where can you get these LUTs from? Now what you want to do is go down to the link in my description, and you are going to go to colorgradingcentral.com. Now this is color grading central. Now you want to go scroll down, click on download LUTs, and all you have to do is 3 steps. Like, you go ahead and follow dude on Instagram, you message him the word LUT, and then he'll contact you, and then he'll send you a link to get the LUTs. So how to record in 5.2K, this is how you do it. So first, go to the Magic Lantern menu, hold down the trash can for a few seconds, and then what you're going to select is 5K anamorphic FRTP. That's what you want. And also you'll want to turn your ratio off, not 16:9, not 2:3:5. You see, not none of these, you have it turned off. And then after that, what you want to do is go up to raw video, press the play button, and make sure when you go to more hacks, you turn the LV face plus AEWB on. From there, go back, go up to raw video, press play, and instead of real time, you select framing so that you can get a accurate preview. Accurate meaning you'll actually see what you're actually framing. Now it's going to be frame by frame, as you can see. Now you can get a real-time preview, meaning that you can see it not frame by frame in real time, but it'll be cropped. And what you want to do is go back and click real time, and that's how it is, but it's going to be cropped. And of course, just as the other modes, you can see the full frame image just by clicking the info button, and it'll be choppy. So go back and make sure that you'll be recording in 1736 by 2178. So when you see that, you know that you have 5.2K.
Alright, hold on everybody. Hold you guys 10 seconds.
Alright, so 5K test, take 1. Hold up, guys. Right now, I am currently, I'm currently testing out the 5.2K mode on the Canon Eos M, and as y'all can see, I am driving. I have the Canon Eos M mounted to my car right now because I also wanted to test that out. I've done it before, but I haven't shown it on the channel. But you will be seeing more footage of like some car mount shots and everything. So now I'm just doing just a low light test. Right now I have the Canon Eos M set in 5.2K mode, and I have the ISO set at 1600. I have a 35mm Nikon lens set at f2. So yeah, I just want to see how this is going to come out. And also I'm using a wireless microphone, lavalier mic that I picked up from Amazon. It's the Ulanzi J12, and it's wireless pickup. And yeah, I just want to see how that sounds also. So hopefully this helps y'all, like encourages y'all, and yeah, I'm curious to see how this footage is going to come out. So
Oh, also, if you guys want to know how to set up your camera for the 5.2K, click this video right here on your right and on my right, and you can see how to I'm just rambling right now because I'm not really good at multitasking. So I'm about to pull over and just take this off because I have the camera on like auto restart and everything. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, y'all. Peace.
Word. What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna show you how to get better playback on your Canon Eos M. What you want to do is to go to your playback, so click the play button, and as you know, usually it plays it back kind of slow. What you want to do is click the middle button, click set, and then go over to where it says color, and then click set again, and then go over to where it says all to your right, and click set again, and now you see it says exact. So it appears to be like exactly how it's supposed to be played back, but the only downside is that it's in black and white and the quality look degraded. But it's a great tool, so you're able to really see how your composition is coming out, and it's much better, I feel, than it playing back frame by frame and everything. So word. Yo, what's cracking, y'all? So you have a new lens for your Canon Eos M, and you put it on there and it's not even shooting. What's going on with that? So what you need to do is make sure you're either in video or picture mode. Go to the main Canon menu, so click menu, click it again, and go over to the fourth wrench. So that's the fourth settings tab, and what you want to do once you get there is go down to custom functions, click set, the middle button, and once you're there, go over to the 7th page where it says operations with others, release shutter without lens. Click set, the middle button, go down to enable, because usually it's disabled, so click enable, and once you do that, you can go ahead, go back. Then if your camera, like if it's still showing black and you're not able to see anything, just turn your camera off and turn it back on, and you should be good to go. Now, I know when I first got my Canon Eos M, I was having trouble with getting good footage, but I learned some things over time. So if you want to learn some tips on how to get better footage with your Canon Eos M, run a magic lantern. Word! 5 ways to get better footage with your Canon Eos M. Number 1, ETR, expose to the right. Not to the left, to the right. Now, what that really means is for you to use your histogram. Now, if you want to do that, go in your settings and select your histogram. When you expose to the right on your histogram, it allows you to get as much detail in the shadows and also in the highlights and the midtones. Now, you don't want to expose all the way to the right, because if you do, you'll begin clipping your highlights, which can cause the footage to blow out. If your footage is too far to the right, then you're going to have to recover everything that was too dark. Now, that's where your problems arise, because then you're going to start raising up the exposure in post, and that's going to cause more noise and artifacts to appear in your footage, and that's going to make it look really bad. Now, something that I would suggest is to use 5K FRTP or 5.2K mode, because I noticed in those modes you are able to shoot in low light and not get as much noise. Now, one way to help you expose to the right is number 2, light your subject. Make sure you have enough light within your composition, or at least on the subject that you're focusing on. And also, if you're lacking light, then hopefully you can get a hold of a fast lens. When I say a fast lens, I mean a lens with a low f-stop. Preferably anything at least at a 2.8. If you can get lower, like a 1.4, 1.8, that's even better, because then you won't need as much light in your footage. And one lens that's pretty good and it's pretty cheap, it's actually less than $100 for the Canon Eos M, is a 7 Artisans 25mm f1.8. It's a manual lens, of course, but it's pretty good. And if you want to purchase it, go ahead right down to the description. And I also have a video that I use that lens for, I believe. The number 3 way how you can get better footage with your Canon Eos M is by using a tripod. So by using a tripod, you get rock steady footage, and you're actually able to see the quality that this camera is capable of producing. Because I know when I first started, I wasn't using a tripod even though I had one, and I was discouraged at first. I almost actually returned my Canon Eos M within the first couple of weeks because I wasn't getting the results that I expected. But I continued practicing, started putting on a tripod. I started realizing, like, yo, this camera is actually better than I expected, and a tripod can make one heck of a difference with your footage. Number 4 is definitely going to help you get better footage on your Canon EOS M. So number 4 is using a monitor. It helps a great deal. You're able to really see what you're shooting, because you see how small the screen is on this Canon EOS M, so you really can't tell if things are in focus unless you punch in on there. But I would just highly suggest using a monitor. And I know for me, something that I realized when I first started shooting was I actually had some great footage, but the only problem with it was out of focus. I was thinking that the quality of the camera was bad. It was just that my focus was bad. So hopefully this would shed some light on things for you. Like maybe you have some great footage, but your footage just isn't stabilized. It's not in focus. So, and also it may be underexposed. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him just the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. The number 5 thing that you can do in order to get better footage on your Canon EOS M is go shoot. Get up, go shoot. Like, practice makes progress. Not perfect, it makes progress. And that's all you should strive for each and every step of the way. Try to see some progression in each shoot that you go out for. I know it can be discouraging at times. Just get out and just continue to shoot, and hopefully you'll utilize some of the tips that I gave within this video. ETR, exposed to the right. Make sure your footage is being exposed properly. Number 2, make sure your subject is well lit, and try to have a fast lens. That also helps. Number 3, use a tripod. Stabilize your footage. Even if you don't have a tripod, it's another one. Some people, like Zeek, he mentioned about if you have the neck strap, connect it to your camera, and then like pull the camera out as much as possible so that it's tension within the neck strap and the camera, and then hold it like that. That can give some stabilization. And if you don't have that, use like a table or something just to put your camera on and just hold it real steady, just so you can get some stabilized footage. And number 4, use a monitor. By using a monitor, you can see what you're composing. You can see what's in focus, what's not in focus. Number 5, getting out, go shoot for progress, not perfection. Word! Do not use Davinci Resolve for your Canon Eos M. You do not need Davinci Resolve in order to get great footage. Now, I know for myself starting off, all I would see is people giving tutorials for the Canon Eos M on Davinci Resolve. So I was thinking like, yo, the only way I can get beautiful footage from this camera is if I use Davinci Resolve, but that's not the case. Every single video on my page, I color graded within Final Cut Pro or even within the MLV app. You don't need Davinci Resolve, so don't let that discourage you from getting this camera or using this camera. I'm used to using Final Cut Pro for everything, and it was going to be a hard transition for me because I've been using Final Cut Pro for the past 10 years.
Damn! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because it was a thought. No, seriously, it was a thought.
Getting the Canon EOS M is already a new challenge, and to add on top of that, learning a whole nother editing software, that can be another challenge. I know it can be discouraging trying to learn the camera, then also trying to learn MLV app, and then on top of that, trying to learn Davinci Resolve. Also, that's going to eat up a lot more of your time. Use whatever works for you, whether it's Davinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, whether it's Adobe, even if it's iMovie. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, use that. Have fun with your camera. Have fun with the EOS M. Don't try to learn Davinci Resolve to impress others, because at the end of the day, 99% of people who watch your footage is not going to be able to pinpoint what you edited your footage in. And not to mention 99% of people who watch your footage really aren't going to care. So if you want to learn how to get the 16mm look on the Canon EOS M, click this video right here. And I color graded in Final Cut Pro. Yo, what's cracking, y'all? I'm Christian Archie Brown. Okay, so last week I did a video showing a 16mm film emulation for the Canon EOS M. This week I'm showing you all how I actually color graded it. Now please stay until the end, because I'm going to show you all where you can get the free LUTs and also the free film grain that I used for this video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Let's get straight to it. So the first thing you want to do is open MLV app. Now right now I don't have anything in here, but I'm just going to show you just what you have to do in order to get to Alexa Log C. So the first thing I did was, once I imported my footage, I went over here to the right hand side, scroll down all the way to select preset, and preset that I use is Alexa Log C. Now you'll see why I use that later on. So click Alexa Log C. Also, I'm going to show you all my export settings. So you can go ahead and pause the video right here if you like, so you can get a better idea of what I'm working with. And I got those settings from Zeek. If you don't know who Zeek is, I have a link to his channel in the description. After we export, we're gonna go on over to Final Cut Pro. And right here in Final Cut Pro, as you see, the base footage is how it looks after you export from MLV app, which is the Alexa Log C profile. It's pretty flat, as you see. But what I did was, I did color rules adjustments. Go up over here, click that, and pretty much what I did was I just adjusted certain, let me move this over a little bit. What I did was I adjusted like my highlights, as you see, brought that pretty much all the way down. I adjusted the saturation of my highlights right here, and also a little bit of my shadows. Now, to be more specific, you can take a look at what I did right here. So I just did like a tad bit of saturation in the shadows, a tad bit of saturation in the mid-tones, and also a tad bit of saturation in the highlights. Took the brightness down in the highlights, and yeah, that's all I did for the color wheels. And after that, what I did was I used one of the free LUTs, which is a conversion LUT. It converts the footage from Alexa Log C to Rec 709. As you see, it looks beautiful. So let me show you all how I did that. I just went on over to log to Rec 709, and then Alexa Log C to Rec 709. I clicked on that, and as you see, I have it at full strength. So this is how it looks without. This is how it looks all the way on. So that's all I did for that. And then the next LUT I used was a film LUT that also comes free. And the one I chose was a Fuji Superior Extra 400. And I just love this the way it looks. So I also did it full strength, as you can see. And how I got that was I went to film emulation, went on down, Fuji Superior Extra 400, and boom. This is full strength, no strength, mid, all the way on. And the final touch I did was, oh, I'm sorry, no, I'm lying. The second to final touch I did was I did another LUT, which was teal and orange, which is also along with the free LUTs. So let's see how that comes on. Boom. Now I just went on over to look LUTs. Went on down all the way down to teal and orange, and I clicked on that, and this is how it looks. Oh, and also I didn't do a full strength, even though it does look pretty good full strength, if I must say. Let's see how it looks. So that's how it looks full strength, but that's not what I did. I just did it to like 0.63 like that, and let's play it out. Yeah. And the final touch I did was film grain, 60mm film grain. That's for free $99. How I did that was, once I imported the film grain, this is how it looks right here. I just dragged it and dropped it over here, and in order to have it display over the footage, because this is how it looks if I would just drag and drop it right on top right here, it would just be that. That's not what we want. So what you need to do if you're working in Final Cut is you need to go on over to blend mode, not normal. You do overlay, click on overlay, boom. Oh, also you'll want to change the type from fit to fill, because if it's just fit, it won't cover the whole screen. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm just going to turn this back to normal real quick. So this is how it looks normally, pretty much like in a 16:9. If it looks like that, it's not giving the entire screen film grain. So what you need to do, like I said, is to go down here and change it to fill, and it covers the whole thing. So we'll just convert it right on back to overlay, and boom. And there you have it. Now, where you all can get the free LUTs and also the free film grain, going down to my description, and you'll go on over to colorgradingcentral.com, and you'll scroll on down to download LUTs, and you'll follow this guy, you'll message him and type the word LUTs, and from there he'll send you a link to get the LUTs. I've been using these LUTs for a while and I love them. Now, how to get the free film grain? What you want to do is click on the link in my description, go on over to Shutterstock. You'll scroll all the way down to why the screen looks like this. It was kind of weird, but keep on scrolling, and boom, download film grain. And it's cool because it comes with 8mm coarse grain, 16mm, 35mm, 35mm fine grain, distortion, scratches, all of that. And they also have like some tutorials on how to use them in different editing apps. Have it for Adobe Final Cut, Adobe After Effects. This is my Canon Eos M cinema rig, the $150 cinema camera that shoots 14-bit RAW, 5K, 4K, 2K. Now stay tuned for the rest of the video because I'm going to go through each and every part of this rig. Now the cage that I have is the Easy Hood cage, and it is made for the Canon EOS M50 and I believe the EOS M5 if I'm not mistaken. I personally feel that it fits perfectly like around the Canon EOS M, and also like just the different mounts that it has. It has the 1/4 inch holes you can screw in the handle. Also has a 3/8 inch holes on the top so you can put in the top handle. Another thing I love about this cage is that it has a hand grip right here. So as everybody knows, like the Canon EOS M, it has like a little hand grip, but it's not really useful. But this hand grip right here on the right, I definitely can grip it and feel comfortable gripping it just with one hand. So that's another pro about this cage. Any and everything that I show in this video, you guys can go down to the description and purchase it through the Amazon affiliate link, and I will get a small commission at no further expense to you, and it helps me a lot, helps this channel a lot, so please go ahead and do that. Thank you. This cage comes with a cold shoe mount, so it has one cold shoe mount as you can see right there. And yeah, I feel like this cage is pretty sturdy, has great quality. It has many ports for you to screw in different things that you may want to add on to your rig. This handlebar right here is the UU rig handlebar. Now I use this for my other camera, which I'm filming on right now, which is my Sony a7 III. I specifically bought this for my Sony a7 III, as well as this top handle. They just so happen to work for this cage, so that's perfect. I didn't have to buy like a separate handle and a separate top handle for this camera because, as we all know, videography, filmmaking, photography is a really expensive hobby. So being able to repurpose all the gear that we have as much as possible is the best thing to do. So I'm really grateful for that. And with this handle right here, I love it because it's like it fits perfectly with my hand. Like I guess my hand's like pretty average, if not a little above average, but it fits perfectly and I feel comfortable holding it. I don't feel that it's going to fall or it's going to disconnect from the cage or anything like that. So that's a really good feature for me. And also it comes with a tool at the bottom. So right here you see, and this is for like if you want to mount this handle on the other side. So you'll just disconnect, screw that, unscrew, and then put the screws on the other side and then be able to have this handle on this side. So that's another cool thing. Also, it has a cold shoe mount right here and some 1/4 inch holes right there. So it's magnetic at the bottom for the tool, so you just put it in at the bottom and then boom. Another thing that I like about this cage is that it has a space for the battery, so you don't have to take the cage off in order to open the battery. Like you can open the battery, take the battery out, replace the battery with no problem. You see, pop it back in and the cage still intact, no problem. Like I said, the top handle, I got this for my Sony a7 III, but it also works for this because it has the 3/8 inch hole. This top handle has a few cold shoe mounts. I want to say maybe about like 4. Like has one, like 2 on top, one right there, and then one right here, and then one right here. As you all know, Amazon have a great return policy, so you can buy it. If you don't like it, return it within 30 days, get your money back. So sometimes that's how I test out gear. The monitor that I'm using is the Davinci 4K A6 Pro monitor. Now, one of the things that I love about this monitor and that I use mostly from this monitor is the false colors. Like it really does allow me to be able to see my exposures more accurately. And this monitor does a great job at doing that. And also what I love is like it has focus peaking. It also has the grids, it has a center marker, it has the picture quality. It's really well. You can also import LUTs into the monitor so that when you're filming, you can see how your footage is going to be looking. Now, I haven't done that yet for myself, but that's a great feature just to know about and just to have. When I first purchased my Davinci Cinema 4K monitor, I want to say I paid just a little under $200, but now you can buy this for, I want to say $149, $159, and then they also have like a $10 coupon that you can add on to that, so you get it for like $149 or $139. So I would definitely go ahead and cop one of these before that coupon is gone, but that's a really great price for this monitor. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him just the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. The batteries that I use. So these are the F970 battery, I believe. Now, this monitor came with one of these, but like it was like much smaller. I don't have it close by right now, but it was much smaller, and the battery lasted not too long. So I purchased some more of these on Amazon, and I have a link also down in the description. And it came with 2 of them, and they last like, I feel like forever. Like, I've been using these for a minute, and I still haven't gone straight through one within one shoot yet. Another thing I love about these batteries is that I use them not only for the monitor, but these are the same batteries I use for my lights. So the HDMI cable that I use for the monitor going into my Canon Eos M, it's a HDMI to HDMI mini. Yeah, right here. The memory card that I'm using for my Canon Eos M is the SanDisk Extreme Pro 128 gigabyte, and this one was recommended by Zeek, of course. And I've been enjoying. I haven't had any problems with this memory card. Although I know my video I did last week where I shot 5K FRTP continuously for over 15 minutes, I did have like 2 I guess glitches or ping frames, but other than that, like, it's no problem. Something that I sometimes do, depending on how I'm shooting, like, I'll use this hand grip. Now, this hand grip I also bought from Amazon. It's a UU rig hand grip, and I just mount this right on the bottom. Now, kind of give you like an old school look. I like how sturdy this hand grip is. Like, it holds up pretty well, and it's pretty comfortable, and give you variation when you're shooting and everything. The lens that I use on my Canon Eos M is the Nikon 24mm f2.8. I've been using this lens on, I want to say 90% of the videos that I posted so far from my Canon Eos M on my channel, and this lens is a beast. I was blessed with this lens because someone gave it to me along with some other lenses and some cameras, and it's pretty sharp. This lens came out probably over 30-40 years ago, and it's holding up pretty well. In order to use this lens on the Canon Eos M, I need to have an adapter. So the adapter that I use is the Photo-C Nikon to Eos M lens adapter. Same thing with that adapter, like, it works pretty well, no problems. Word! 5 reasons as to why you should not rig your camera. Reason number 1. You get some walking contradiction, huh? Don't buy the camera. Oh no, wait, you should buy the camera. Don't rig your camera. Oh no, you should rig your camera. You're making mine though, man. I never said that they should rig their camera. I just showed them how I rig mine. Oh yeah, right. And Nike don't tell us to buy their shoes, they just show us what the best athletes are able to do while wearing them. What is it with you and analogies? And what is it with you with contradictions? Huh? Yo, I hope you're gonna finish all those. Like, you never see them saying, oh, this is why you shouldn't buy Nike. Oh yeah, I just want to be honest with the people and just, share both sides. What's wrong with that? Hey yo, where's your trash at? Are you serious? Reason number 1, it costs more money. Sometimes, like, the main reason as to why you'll get the Canon Eos M is because of how affordable it is. And rigging out the camera, it can go up into the upwards hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. And you have to ask yourself, like, is that something that you really want to do? Or is that something that you actually need to do? Sometimes rigging your camera is just like a rabbit hole. Like, you start off by getting a cage, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can use a mic. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could use a handle. I already have 3 handles. Yeah, like, it never ends. Reason number 2 why you should not rig your camera. It's not as portable. Take a look at this right here. It became this when in actuality, this is how it looks. Now, you can tell that there's a huge jump in portability. This one I can fit in my pocket. This one, not so much. And another thing that I don't like about having my camera rigged is how heavy it is. Just really think about that, because it can sometimes pull the fun out of shooting because how much strain it may put on you when you're holding up something so heavy. And along with it being bigger and not as portable, you may not be able to get the shots that you have in mind that you want to get, because it may not be able to fit within a small space. All right, so reason. Hey, what's all that stuff in your face? What are you talking about? Like, all that stuff right there. Right there. Right there, yeah, all that. That's my mustache. Oh my goodness, man. Why is one side growing in more than the other? I don't know, I guess that's genetics or something. Like, it's gonna even out eventually, I think. Can I continue, please? Sorry about that. Reason number 3 why you should not rig your camera. It attracts more attention. For all of us filmmakers out there, we all are accustomed to guerrilla filmmaking, like filming on the go, like not having no permits or anything like that. Shh, I won't tell nobody. But it becomes way more of a challenge when you have something like this. Like, it looks more high-end and professional, and it looks like you need an actual permit carrying this thing around. Like, no matter what kind of camera you have, it draws attention. Even if it's not rigged out, it draws attention, and you may not be able to get the shots that you want when you're guerrilla shooting. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now, I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right. Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all, and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like, none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot, and I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. Reason number 4 why you should not rig your camera out. Sometimes it can keep you from shooting. Flow with me for a little bit. I know for myself, and also I know for others, you may be able to relate. You'll get the new camera, you're so excited.
So excited! So excited!
But you don't go out and shoot with it because you have this idea in your mind, like, you know what? I got this camera, but now I want to put everything together. Once I have everything together, then I'm gonna go shoot and I'm gonna get some amazing footage. Don't do that. Like, you should take the camera out, just bare bones, and just go out and just shoot on the fly. It don't have to be anything cinematic. You don't have to make a short film the first go around. Like, just go out and get whatever you can. So I hope this encourages you to not rig your camera, or to not rig your camera, or if you have, just be able to use what you already have. Maybe you can keep it down a little bit because your camera's making a lot of noise. I mean, your jack is making a lot of noise. Your jack is making a lot of noise while you're moving and stuff. And reason number...
Yeah, this fool have a half of a mustache. What you call that?
Yo.
Yeah, it's not a mustache. It's a must.
Yo, I'm in the middle of recording. Can you... Alright, so reason number 5 why you should not rig your camera. It will not magically make you a better filmmaker. Now, I know sometimes, like, just seeing like a camera like this and then seeing a camera like this, you're like, you know what? I know if I have this camera over this one, I'm definitely gonna be able to get some great footage. Depending on your skill level, that may be so, but something you have to understand is that you can get, I want to say, pretty much the same like quality footage with this as you would with this or any other camera that's rigged out. My own personal opinion is that, like, rigging a camera out is mainly for convenience opposed to actual quality output level. I mean, of course, like, if you're using like a Ninja Atmos, then that can record higher bit rates and all of that. And understand that you become better by investing more time into your craft and not more money into your gear. Like just using what you have already, like it allows you to be able to problem solve and be able to become more creative. Because sometimes we have all these tools and everything at your disposal, it can kind of be somewhat of a crutch. But when you strip all that away, your mind begins thinking in a whole different way. Yeah, and
Yo,
what?
knock knock. What am I trying to do right now?
Who's there?
Must
Who?
must shave that off your face. Woo!
Word? Y'all really are thinking about giving Sony y'all money at $1,800 for the Sony FX30? I mean, I don't know why. This camera I only paid $150 for. You can probably find it for $200, $220, maybe even less than $150. Let me tell you 5 things that this $150 cinema camera can do that the Sony FX30 can't. 1. This camera can record 14-bit RAW internally, while the Sony FX30 can record 10-bit internally with a condom. Number 2, this camera can make your bank account smile. More, you can save like $1,600. Like you can use that $1,600 to, I don't know, buy more lenses, lights, mics, I don't know, maybe rent. This camera, by the way, which is called the Canon Eos M, it can record in 5.2K. 5.2K. And I only spent $150 for it. While the Sony FX30 records in, I don't know, 4K. I'm just saying. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right. Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him just the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. Number 4, this camera can literally fit inside of your pocket. Boom. I forgot, this is the lens with the adapter on it. Boom. Before I get to number 5, please go ahead, like, subscribe. Now the number 5 thing that this camera can do that the Sony FX30 can't do. This camera can make you consider buying an FX30. I mean, the Sony FX30, like, it's only $1,800. It records 10-bit 422 internally, 16-bit RAW externally. It has 14 stops of dynamic range. That's beautiful low light, I'm pretty sure. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Alright. So now I got that out of the way. Word. Come here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not buy that camera. Here's 10 more reasons why you should not buy this $150 plus cinema camera, the Canon Eos M. Reason number 1, the price. Now, as y'all have known in most of my videos, I'll say it's a $150 cinema camera. Well, unfortunately now that price has gone up. Now you can still get this camera for $150, but it's just going to take more patience and speed. A lot of people are snatching these cameras up, so once you see a good deal, you have to snatch it up. Reason number 2, this camera is not reliable. It can crash on you at any point in time. Reason number 3, This camera, this little itty bitty camera, it doesn't look professional. Probably the only way you can get this camera to look professional is if you choose to rig it out. And rigging it out, that's gonna take more money out of your pocket. Reason number 4, pink frames. Now this is what you would consider like glitches in your footage. And you may not even notice these glitches until you take the time out to shoot, export the footage from your camera, import it into MLV app. You may notice an MLV app, you may not, because in the MLV app, it only plays back some of the footage, not the full frame rate. So you may export the footage to get everything is good, and then boom, pink frames. Reason number 5, the settings that this camera has, like focus peaking and false colors and some other settings that it has, like it's not the best. It's not what you would expect, or maybe is what you would expect, but you can get these features much better like if you get a whole different camera or just get some kind of external monitor, although once again you gotta spend more money. Reason number 6, the limited shooting times. Although this camera can shoot in 2.5K, 5K, 4K, it doesn't take away from the downsides of all that. Some modes you can shoot continuously, oh great, but with some modes you can only shoot a few seconds, or maybe not even just a few seconds. It can shoot a minute or two, but it really all depends on how exposed your shot is. Like the more light hitting the sensor, that decreases the amount of time you're able to shoot for. Reason number 7, these little batteries, they really don't last long. You're definitely not gonna be able to get a whole day worth of shooting on this one small battery. It's what, 875 milliamps. Yeah, you're not getting much footage. That's actually filming. You're not getting much footage out of this. What you're gonna need to do is spend more money and buy some extra batteries, or buy an external power bank, which you will probably need to connect to a rig, which costs more money. Reason number 8, stay with me for a second. This right here is a video game, and inside this video game is a UMD. Now this UMD goes to what you call a PSP. Now I'm not sure how many of y'all remember these, but back in the day you needed this UMD in order to play a game on this PSP. However, there were some people who knew how to install games on this PSP without even having to need a disc, and that sounded great. You can save money and you can get all the games that you wanted, but the downside was by them like installing the games and the software onto the PSP, it can break it, and what you call that was jailbreaking. And that's pretty much what you're doing to this here Canon Eos M. You're jailbreaking your Canon Eos M by installing the software. There are stories of other people cameras completely breaking because of the software, so that's a risk that you have to choose on if you want to take. Reason number 9, this camera is not for beginners. Like, in order to use this camera you need to have some, if not a lot, of knowledge on photography and video, being able to know how to set your exposures manually. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him just the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. Reason number 10, this camera is 10 years old. It literally came out in 2012. Everything that this camera does, you can find and buy another camera that does it and does it even better. Ask yourself, is it really worth getting this camera and the risk that you have to take of not knowing if the footage is coming out how you expect it to come out? Is it really worth your time and your money?
finally done, and the Eos M-Lite is done here, and yeah, it's a engineering masterpiece, if I can say so myself. What you'll notice first is how dense this camera is. It is weighty, like so solid. I'm telling you, this is stronger than any Blackmagic that you own. It feels like you're holding something like, I can't you know what I mean when you've got a solid block of a camera in your hand. This is how it feels, because the way Tom designed this is so thick, so sturdy, that even if you dropped it, I'm going to say that this would probably outlast a lot of cameras.
So just bless me with the patience to wait for the M-Lite. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So check the email, checking the email, I don't see anything.
Alright, if I make this, the M-Lite is going to arrive in a few days. And if I miss, I guess it'll just arrive in 6 months. Alright, now, if I make this one, it'll arrive in a few days. And if I miss, it'll also arrive in a few days. Oh yeah. Word! Yo, what's cracking, y'all? Pretty sure y'all can tell I'm really excited because this right here I've been waiting for a while. I'm Christian IG Brown. Today I am unboxing the M-Lite, the Canon Eos M-Lite, a beautiful project that Cole from IMCE YouTube channel and also Tom from 3D Focus has teamed up on. Now I want to say this is the first in the world do-it-yourself camera kit where you can actually build your own camera. For those who don't know, this is a Canon Eos M. Ooh, with this bad boy, you're able to take this small little beast and put it inside of this little bit bigger but still pretty small beast, and it becomes, well, I want to say like an official cinema camera. I don't know why, but I just want to smell it. Yeah, don't sell anything, but it comes with everything that you need in order to put this bad boy together. So here is the accessories, and that's cool. You have like a little QR code so you can scan that in order to look at the build video. Oh, look, got a little treat. Got some gummy bears. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna eat these once I finish. I honestly cannot wait to get this bad boy up and running. And now this bad boy is up and running.
You really bought one of those things?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just love wasting money, huh?
Wasting money? What are you talking about?
It's just a pretty box for a 10-year-old camera.
Just a new pretty box for a 10-year-old camera? Okay.
Here, let me see. I mean, even if I was into this kind of nonsense, like why would I want to, you know, it actually feels kind of good in my hands.
Yeah, I know.
See, it has a screen on the bottom just in case, you know, you want to
It's upside down.
spy on your neighbors or something, allegedly. Now, you know, I'm not even into cinematography. Anyways, I'm not even into this kind of stuff, but just holding this thing, I feel like I just go out and make the next masterpiece. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
What was that?
Huh?
You know, that's cool.
Yo, where are you going? I need my camera back for this video. Stop playing.
Catch me if you can.
Well, here's one thing I like about the M-Lite. It has a hidden Apple AirTag slot. So if someone steals your M-Lite and hopes of creating some cinematography with it,
These flowers always been doing stuff right here. Ooh, yeah. Some trash. Ooh. What the hell is that sound? This nigga's tracking me. I gotta go.
you can track them down and retrieve your special cinema camera. This fool stole my lens. I got my camera and I got my lens back. Don't let these glasses fool you. So, what was I saying? That's right, the Pro. So, it has a hidden Apple AirTag slot. And the cool thing about that is that, just as you saw, someone takes your camera, or even if you misplace your camera, you can still track it down. And if you don't know what an Apple AirTag is, go ahead and click the link down in the description. You can find out, and also you can also purchase it. But in short, it's just a security device where you can track down your devices and everything that you lose. And I just want to say this real quick. Like, this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by 3D Focus or by IMCE. This is my own personal review. One of my favorite things about the M-Lite is how it has a top-mounted screen. Now, it may seem like something small, but it's really something big, because just with me shooting a short film that you guys saw, some of the shots I captured, it would have been much more challenging if I would have used just a regular old camera, but with the mounted screen, it makes it easier for me to be able to get low angle shots. And another great thing, especially for you guys who are in like hot climates, it has a built-in fan. Another dope thing is that it has a full-size HDMI, because before you convert your EOS M into this M-Lite, the EOS M just has I think it's a mini HDMI. So just having a full size makes it way more convenient, because a lot of us have full-size HDMI that goes to our TVs, to our PS3, 4, 5s, and whatever else. And another pro, all of these 1/4-inch threads throughout the camera, so it makes it really customizable. And of course, you can mount it on a tripod, you can mount handles on it. Now, the next section of pros is the form factor. Now, when I say the form factor, this thing is beautiful. Like, it literally fits in the palm of my hands. And as I mentioned, like, you can easily hold it so you can have it for a waist level shot, and you can look down at the screen and be able to accurately compose your shot, and even when you're pulling focus, you can still get a stable shot. Because recently I just had the opportunity to try out a Red camera for the first time, the Red Komodo 6K, and one of the main things that drew me to it, it wasn't the quality, it wasn't the 6K, it was the form factor. Like, it was the box camera setup that it was. And the reason why I'm so big on the form factor is because it makes it way more convenient and comfortable to shoot, especially for long periods of time without having to rig your camera out. So as you see, like, just with me holding it like this, it's already more steady than any other camera that you'll get. And this bad boy is actually pretty lightweight. Like, it's not too light like the Eos M is, and it's not too heavy. This can fit on a gimbal and it works really well. Like, I have the Zhiyun Weebill S. That's a pretty affordable and lightweight gimbal, and yet it still is able to handle this with my lens. My lens of choice is a 24mm Nikon f2.8 lens, and this is some heavy glass, and also I have an adapter on it, and it still can handle it. So I'm pretty sure whatever gimbal you have, 9 times out of 10, it'll work with this. All right, the next pro is the exclusive. It's that. Now, from my understanding, less than a few hundred of these have been made, and you're not going to be running across a lot of people with this. And also, because of it being one of a kind and pretty exclusive, it's a conversation starter. Also, a great networking tool. It's kind of hard to go anywhere with it without somebody approach me or ask me about it. Now, the next pro, the quality. Now, as Cole mentioned in his video, this thing is heavy duty. Like, it's not no cheap plastic. No, like, this thing is 3D printed, and I never had anything 3D printed before, but stuff is like this, I definitely would not mind getting more 3D printed stuff. And from my understanding, on their website, they have more detail as to what type of material they use, which I believe was like a high quality filament. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I love it. So shout out to Cole and Tom. They definitely did their thing on this one. Now, I have a couple more pros before we head on to the con section. We're almost there. So the next pro is the price. Now, when I first heard about Cole and Tom doing this project, like, I already figured, like, okay, like, this is gonna be a cool project that I'm not gonna be able to afford and that I'm not gonna get. But when I found out that they released it and it was only $169, like, I really thought it was going to be at least, like, literally at least $400. So right now, currently, just for the M-Lite, it's $229. But if you want to get the dummy battery along with the, I think, the extended cord, so that you can plug it into your power bank, it's $249. Like I said, that's still a great deal, like, for what you're getting. And the last pro that I can think of right now is the installation process. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I was pretty nervous, but I actually enjoyed it. Never did anything like that as far as like taking the camera apart, putting the camera together, but I was able to do it. And shout out to Cole for actually helping me out with that. Like, customer service, 100 out of 10. Now, let's move on to the cons of the M-Lite. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now, I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like, none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. It may be contradicting, but like, the con to this camera is the installation. Now, so much can go wrong when you're taking things apart and putting it together. The best advice I can give is to take your time and make sure you watch the installation video over and over again. By you taking your Eos M apart a little bit and then placing it in here, you are at risk of pretty much destroying your camera. Another con that I found with the M-Lite is that I can't remove the battery, the actual battery that's in the camera, without taking it apart. Sometimes I know for myself, I just want to have things as light as possible or as small as possible, and having the external battery on the back, that sometimes that can get in the way and make things much heavier than it actually needs to be. Every now and then I like using the small Canon batteries that come with it. I wish I could just pop it in and pop it out. Another con that I actually have is the process of removing the memory card. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I know for myself, I guess I have big fingers, but it's kind of hard for me to just remove the memory card out of the camera without using some kind of tool. I thought I'd just use like these little, and I'll first press the memory card and then I'll just slide it right out. And to add on to this little section, another con that I found is like it doesn't have a cover. Like I feel like I never 3D printed. I'm not sure the whole process and just the logistics of it, but I feel like it would be a good idea to possibly get some kind of cover. I know usually nothing happens at the bottom of a camera, but like just for the aesthetic look and also just for the safety of the camera, and just so we can have a peace of mind, because I know I'm not the only one who kind of feel a little bit nervous just with this being open, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Another con that I found is that once you transfer your regular EOS M into the M-Lite body, there is no more shutter button, which it's not that big of a con for me. I'm trying to find things that other people may not care about, but this is specifically tailored to being a cinema camera. So it's a con, but not really. And the final con, you're not able to use the touchscreen anymore. So once you move the screen up here, it removes the touchscreen aspect of your EOS M. Maybe that may hurt some of you guys, but for me, I already didn't use the touchscreen anyhow. I don't use the touchscreen on my A7 III. And like, I hope you guys enjoyed that short film that I did about the whole process of ordering and receiving the M-Lite. Like I just wanted to share a shared experience. I'm thinking that some people are going through that same situation. And like, if you're interested on learning how I color graded that video, please do subscribe, because I'll have a video dropping really soon about how I color graded that video using this film emulation plugin called Dehancer. And I'll also be reviewing that film emulation Dehancer in this upcoming video. So please subscribe if you're interested in that. And also with that short film, I'm proud to say that I wrote it, directed, shot, and edited all by myself. Now, if you want to do something like that for yourself and learn different tips on how I did it, please do subscribe. I'm gonna have a video coming up about that pretty soon. Word! Yo, what's cracking, y'all? My name is Christian Najee Brown. In this video, I'm going to show you all how I shot my short film, The Wait, and it was all shot, edited, and directed by myself. So for the first shot, I put my camera on a tripod. Now how I lit this, I used 3 different lights. The natural light coming in from the window, the practical light, which is right over my face, and also the light that's pointing up to bounce off of the ceiling so it can cover the room and show more light on my face. So the second shot is a close-up of the first main shot. Now the reason why I chose a close-up is because it's good to have variation in your shots, and also it shows more of the emotion on my face. Now this shot, as you see, I couldn't lower my tripod low enough, so I put my camera on top of some boxes, and I got this shot just to have a little bit of foreshadowing for what this whole movie is about. So this shot is a continuation of the first shot that I explained to y'all. I did all that all in one shot, and it's from the same angle and everything. And then the very next shot right after is right on the side of me, as you see on the tripod. And for the remainder of the short film, I pretty much shot it how I did at the beginning. I just had my camera set up on some sticks or on something steady, and I just keep framing in post. Now a lot of planning did go into this short film. Like, I actually wrote a script for it, had a shot list, and my first time ever doing things that way, but it definitely does make a huge difference. Now I'm sharing all this with you all so you guys can know that you can do it too. No matter what camera you have, no matter what equipment you have or you don't have, you can shoot your own short film. So get out there and do it. Word! Yo, it's cracking, y'all. So today I'm going to show you all how I achieved the film look in my most recent short film entitled The Wait. spoiler, I use the film emulation plugin, Dehancer. Now stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to give you all some information on how you can get Dehancer and use it for free. So just so you all know, I am using Final Cut Pro, and first thing I do is I drag Dehancer on over, drop it onto the file, and automatically it applies a basic color profile and grain. So what I did initially was I disabled the film profile, and then I also took off the grain just so I can have a clean slate. Since I'm using Canon Eos M, I converted my footage to Alexa Log C in the MLV app. So with the answer, I go over to source, and then I choose camera, and then vendor, I select ARRI, and then for the camera, I select Alexa Mini, and then for format, Log C. So the next thing I did was I lowered the exposure a tad bit, and I lowered it to, I want to say, -0.33. And then the next thing I did was I went on down to film. So I'm click enable, and the one I chose was Konica. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. 100, where is it at? Here we go. I pushed it 2 stops. So the next thing I did was film compression. So I'm down film compression, and so you see how it says enable, you just click the little check mark. I raised the impact to 100. I raised the tonal range to 78. And then the color density I raised just a little tad bit, just up to 52. And the print that it automatically chooses is linear, but I went on down and chose the Kodak 2383 print film. The tonal contrast I raised up to 10. The color density I raised that up to 55. Now this is one of my favorite parts about Dehancer. You get able to adjust the size of the grain, you're able to adjust the amount. You're even able to adjust the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights of the grain. So what I did was I adjusted the size of the grain to 6, and I adjusted the amount to 22, and the midtones I took it down to 36. For the highlights I took that down to 22, and then the film type, instead of negative, I adjusted it to positive. So when I did that, I feel like once I adjusted to positive, I feel like the grain looked more settled into the footage opposed to being laid over the footage. Now this is my next favorite part, is the halation. Now I really didn't know what this was until I started using Dehancer. Pretty much the halation is like a red glow within the highlights. But one thing I love is that they have what they call the mask mode, where you can actually see the halation only. So the adjustments that I made is in the local, I raised that up, local diffusion, I raised that up to 59. And in the global, I adjusted that from 15 all the way up to 78. Pretty sure you might be seeing it like a little bit like around the door right there. I'm going to turn it off real quick so you can see the difference. So that's how it is right now. So you can see already it's making a difference. So let's go back into mask mode, and then the amplify from 40, I raised it all the way up to 77. And now that's all I did, and disable. One more thing, which was the bloom, and the bloom gives like a soft look around the highlights. I think for details I did 56. Now if you really want to see a lot of bloom, you can raise the amplify, and as you see, like the white is showing right here. I'll just take it off real quick. So I didn't do it that much, but do y'all want to know how you can get Dehancer for free? So what you can do is go over to dehancer.com, and you can download it, and once you download, you can get a free trial, and a free trial is for up to 2 weeks. It's available for Davinci Resolve, Adobe After Effects, and Premiere, and also for Final Cut, which is what I use. Everything about Dehancer, I love it, until it comes down to the price. It's $399, which is pretty much $400. But I know when it comes to purchasing like LUTs, like you can buy like 5 LUTs and probably get them for $20, maybe even $80. Now imagine doing that multiple times. Like whenever you see some LUTs that you want, that adds up pretty fast, and you probably spend more than $400. And with LUTs, you don't get as much control over your footage as you do with Dehancer. Now, like, you can go ahead and use my promo code WORD, WORD, and you'll get 10% off.
Word! How to install crop mode in less than 4 minutes. So first things first, you want to format your card. Go to this utility, click erase. Head on over to the description, download the crop mode. And once it's downloaded, you're going to drag and drop the files to your memory card. And put your memory card inside your camera. Turn your camera to photo mode. Turn your camera on. Go to the Canon menu, so press menu. Head on over to the fourth wrench. Go down to firmware, click set. Go over, click OK. Let it do its thing, turn it off. Turn it back on. Now make sure your camera's in manual mode, so click info. You're going to click the upper left hand corner and make sure it's not P, TV, or AV. You're going to select M for manual. Then you'll click menu, go back. Now head on over to image quality, select raw. And now head on over to autofocus method, select flexi zone AF with parentheses or L plus tracking. And then click menu. And now you're going to change your camera to video mode. Now hold down the trash can and go to the ML menu. Now head on over to overlay, turn zebras and spot meter off. Go over to the modules. And the modules you're going to turn on is crop rec, dual ISO, MLV light, MLV play, MLV SND, and SD UHS. Once you do that, you're going to turn your camera off, turn it back on, go back to the Magic Lantern menu. Everything is good. Now head on over to debug, go to SD overclock, turn it to 240 MHz. Now turn your camera off, turn it back on. Now we're going to head on over to the movie tab. You're going to go to raw video, turn it on, and then press the play button. Go down to advanced, and then go up to small hacks. Click set, and then set it to more. And then go down to simple, head up to resolution. You're going to set it to the highest resolution, so the highest number, which is 5796. After you do that, go down to kill global draw. You're going to turn that on, and then go back, go up to crop mode, turn it on. Go down to 1:3, that's my mode of choice, and then click the play button. Go down to bit depth, I'll turn it to 10-bit, which is pretty good enough for me. Go up to aspect ratio, turn that to 235 so that you can get 5.2K. Press menu, head on over to preferences. You want to set some custom buttons. For the up and down arrows, I'll make that my ISO, and then the set button, I set that to dual ISO. Now you're pretty much good to go. So as you can see, click up for the ISO to go up, and then you click the set button to do dual ISO. This video is sponsored by Ceremonic. Word! Yo, what's cracking, y'all? So, I finally did it, y'all. I finally installed crop mode on my Canon Eos M-Lite. And I love it. And I'm sure you will too. So, in this video, I'm going to show you all how to install crop mode on your Canon Eos M-Lite. There's about 3 ways to install crop mode onto your M-Lite, and all of them are pretty simple. Shout out to Cole and everybody at the on the Facebook group who contacted me about how to install crop mode. So the first way you can get crop mode onto your M-Lite is pretty much installing crop mode onto your Eos M before you put it inside of your M-Lite. That's one way, and that's, I think, the easiest way. Now, say if you're like me and you already
say you're like me and you already have put together your M-Lite. Second way you can do it is take your memory card out of your M-Lite, put it inside your desktop or laptop, and don't format it, but just erase your Magic Lantern folders. Erase that off just like by selecting it and then just click and delete. And then just drag and drop the files from crop mode and put them on there. Once you put it back into your M-Lite, it should be up and running, and then you can follow Bilal's video so you can set it up how you need to. Number 3 is formatting your card just so you have a clean start. So pretty much it's just like how you would install Magic Lantern. Like you take your card out, put it inside your desktop, format it, and then drag and drop the files onto your memory card. And then you'll place the card into your camera, and then you're gonna need to remember to hold on to your tools that came with your M-Lite installation. The tool that we're going to use is, I don't know what it's called, but it's this one. It's a little small one. So what you're going to do is you're going to take off the front plate, and all you have to do is just slide this off. This right here is the knob that you'll turn in order to move it to photo mode. So you'll just move it to your left. Just as a reference, when you're switching the knob to photo mode on the M-Lite, since you actually can't see it, I'm using my actual EOS M just for reference. So as I mentioned, you'll move the knob to your left and make sure you move it just one click, because if you move it 2 clicks, then it'll move on over to automatic mode. So just remember to move it just 1 click. You see, now you have photo mode, and you'll go into the settings and everything, update, and then once you're finished, you'll just come back over here, switch it on back to your right for video mode, and go ahead and put the playback on, and you're good to go. So of course, shout out to Bilal. Thanks for all the hard work that you put into this project, as well as all the other developers who have put a lot of work into Magic Lantern, making it what it is today. If you want the best functionality of crop mode on your M-Lite, please watch Bilal's videos first. Follow the instructions, like pause it as many times as you need to so you can get everything correct. And then go from Bilal's video and then go over and watch Cole's video at IMCE. And I'll have all the videos linked in the description, because those are 2 videos I watch.
Keep it still playing honest. See the little ass having plans, being honest. Fucking gotta double back and tell her what the vibe is. Then it ain't gonna be late. You can slide quick. Get the distance than I did. Got another project. This is just the lifestyle. Now it's your environment. No stress, you feel that. You just see me thriving. Mid-city champion. Always see me grinding. I just hit a play real quick. Fuck out the way real quick. Get her nails done real quick. Do it my way, little bitch. I just hit a play real quick. Chillin' out with Bay real quick. That's a little verse real quick. Do it my way, little bitch. What's next up? Swear they gotta get it back. Running up a check up. Baby in the passenger, rolling up that metro. Came a long way from sitting waiting for the metro. You ain't gotta like it, but I need my respect though. 20 for my wife. This shit ain't regular. Yeah, I know you like it. See how I'm stepping. Cognac and chillin'. This ain't no cellar. What she say your name was, think it's Angela. Definitely seen something mean, rolling green. Staying off the radar, can't slip, not me. Slide with my clip, lean on that shit. Don't do the most, just vibe. I just sit and play real quick. Chillin' out with Bay real quick. That's a little verse real quick. Do it my way, little bitch. I just sit and play real quick. Fuck out the way real quick. Get her nails done real quick. Do it my way, little bitch. Elevate some noise, just fine. Elevate some noise, let me hear it. I remember the stones, she's an athlete that it never said it, that she wore that scarf to let it. Still obsessed with it, she broke my heart, I built that fence up. And since then, we were college friends. But it's more like, please don't hit my line, I'm better without you. Independence, watching this one, and it's talking in country. It's like it's never over, I'm on first. Keep the light. your shit and holding on to my shit. I ain't taking them hits, living carefully, share these moments with the old me. Far from holy, hold that L, you done fucked up. None shot tight over this mess. These men, the papers to be spent. Now allow me to express my gratitude by pursuing my passion and taking love is what's lacking. I think I'm hope to the marriage. On the house in the raction, black is back and it's happy. Non-verbal, they just know the vibes. If they know what's live, they won't tell you how to multiply. We really want you. We really want it. Fuck you and I'm facing to the finish line. Simple line, get the water up the time. The simple line of open glimmer of sunshine. Who really wants it? Who really needs it? Who really wants it? I got it for you. Who really wants it? Who really needs it? Who really wants it? If y'all really want to make some noise one time, fuck you. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need all to get energy right now for this one right here, man. Yeah.
There's a way to turn off the lights.
It's inside.
Yeah, it's inside. That's right, Ryan.
Alright, let's do it. Got the whole press chest cause I'm lax like that. Not afraid of hard times cause I bounce right back. If you ask me what I want, I say all of that. Self-care, oh yeah, every day. Not degree what I need, what I take. If it's bullshit in the mix, then I skate. Trying to get a hold of me, you could wait. I've been trying to stay focused, keep a pace. Self-care, oh yeah, every day. Self-care, oh yeah, every day. When I do it how I do it, I don't say too much. I would fuck with you bitches, but y'all play too much. I would fuck with you niggas, but y'all way too sus. Call me Robert Hoy, waited, I come through in the clutch. It's a vibe check and a live check. What I'm doing is with care, so it's timeless. Got the cold press chest, cause I'm lax like that. Not afraid of hard times, cause I bounce right back. If you ask me what I want, I say all of that. Self-care, all you everything. Got the cold press chest, cause I'm lax like that. Not afraid of hard times, cause I bounce right back. If you ask me what I want, I say all of that. Self-care, all everything. Vibe me out, relax, get the weight off your back. Where the love at? Don't forget how to act. No riff-raff, we lose that, y'all already knew that. Level up, even if you trip up, get up. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, what you gonna do, just give up. I'ma call your bluff, got the tribe with me and they ride with me. What I want for them, what they want from me. Keep me grounded, cause they a part of me. Got the cold press chest, cause I'm lax like that. Not afraid of hard times, cause I bounce right back. If you ask me what I want, I say all of that. Self-care, oh yeah, every day. Got the cold press chest, cause I'm lax like that. Not afraid of hard times, cause I bounce right back. If you ask me what I want, I say all of that. Self-care, oh yeah, every day, every day, every day, every day.
No, it's perfect. Thank you, brother.
had to call it something, what you call it now? If you had to do it over, would you switch the style? Would you switch the style? Make the noise for me one time. Yeah, please, Lord. It's no way. solid. Game so polished. Not the same nigga that would ask me for a dollar. It's real. All the space out in my mind. You know how I feel. I feel connected. Burning bridges with people, we still connected. That shit is active. You know who I am. Get some selfish shit. Shit is gas. I still feel right. Let my man Blue rock one time with y'all. Yep.
Dark days, dilated eyes. Have you seen a grown man cry? Spreading lies, now they scrutinize. Have you seen a grown man cry? Body dead, but spirit flies. Have you seen a grown man cry? Have you seen a grown man cry? Have you seen a grown man cry? Little money, but I pop shit. That don't mean that I'm not shit. That don't mean I don't got shit. It don't mean I don't rock shit. It don't mean I can cop shit. Key to the city, young locksmith. She a hot bitch with the cock lick and the flow ill, but I'm not sick. I was me way before cash. I don't need labels for gas. How you gonna develop my steez? You don't even know my past. Me and my niggas set trends. You and your niggas sit back. People know a whole little scheme. Jotting game on your pad. Right back, way back to the drawing board. Think you got it all, but the secret sauce, stay with real niggas and you won't get it cause you're not involved. Yeah, you not involved. Yeah, not at all. Yeah, you not involved. Dark days, dilated eyes. Have you seen a grown man cry? Spreading lies, now they scrutinize. Have you seen a grown man cry? Body dead, but spirit flies. Have you seen a grown man cry? Have you seen a grown man cry? Have you seen a grown man cry?
It's supposed to, there's not a little pause. I get it. It's just set up.
You can't have this. It's not gonna be my laptop. Hey, Temptations ain't nothing without gonna be my laptop. Temptations ain't nothing without David Ruff. What's going on around this motherfucker? I'm all these niggas.
Oh, yeah.
She's got her habits, Spike Lee habits. We on the countertop and now we making habits. The fear of losing you unusual is tragic. Bravo status just trying to palace of my show. I never know where we could go. Loving all the changes and it should be looking CED. You see your heart's anemic, now you're just chilling cold. Smoking herb, bouncing bird, catching flows. I juxtapose, I gotta go. Up on my feelings, ain't no more. They be passing in the grace. Pussy, I'ma kill it. If I love you, you gon' feel it. Bouncing off the fucking heart. And then deep down in the spirit, talk about it, you gon' hear it. And you gon' feel it. First like that, and I've been to the back, you didn't finish. Yeah, first like that, and I've been to the back, you didn't finish. Just the mind, living visit. Oh my God, he's so resilient. Oh my God, he's so resilient. Could be Jesus, could be physics. No matter how you switch it, never lose my pigeon. Can I rob your consciousness for a second? You ever did some shit and turn around and just regret it? Or maybe lie to your parents about your recent depression. And when they check in on you, asking how do you manage? You tell them like it's a blessing that you never be stressing. Straight bullshit heart, loaded like a full clip. Let it go like your blood, then love is a bitch. And she let me hit without the rubber. Never know what I said, I'm coming for you. I'm running till I fly. In the heavens, we can fucking California. I'm running till I fly. Cause love me in the heavens, we can fucking California.
Hey, closing out with this, y'all. My favorite song. It's not out yet, but making money hand over fist. I never knew a love like this one. Last step was just to maneuver. Yeah, I'm tired of giving pounds when I should. And I gotta slow down when I should be speeding up. Tell me what I'm supposed to do when my best ain't good enough. Put some lick in my cup for a bad day over Tuesday. But yo, comes first. We always miss your first love. Yeah, that was first. We always conflict. First, but we top together. I'm in love. You my mother earth. Tonight, did you see the sky? I'm still in love. Close your eyes. I love when I make you cry. You got to tell me how you feel inside. How you feel inside. That's the only time you tell me how you feel inside. How you feel inside. Yeah. Chilling all day with nothing to do. Chilling all day, but I'm thinking of you. Chilling all day with nothing to do. Chilling all day with nothing to do. Chilling all day, but I'm thinking of you. Chilling all day with nothing to do. Making love, you gotta see the twist. You wanna be my bitch now. I'm trying to ice my wrists out. 5 figures even when I give a discount. Mama always told me, son, you got a slick mouth, but this outrageous. I'm trying to keep pace. So I'm staying. Can't you see me vibe, so I'm not chasing. I'm trying to keep paid. Maybe tomorrow, no, like crazy. This how I'm feeling today. I've been so wrong, this how I'm feeling today. Babe, got me feeling motivated. I'm thinking of the day, wishing I could change. I ain't nothing out there. Why not make love and make up the time wasted? Make up the time wasted. My little baby. Wait. Chillin' all day with nothing to do. Chillin' all day, but I'm thinking of you. Chillin' all day with nothing to do. Chillin' all day with nothing to do. Chillin' all day, but I'm thinking of you. Chillin' all day with nothing to do. You. Next voice from you, Fuck you too, nigga. Weak ass nigga. It's alright, I'm probably fuck your bitch. It's alright, they hate now. Fuck all these niggas, I'm throwing everything. These niggas, man, this is my video. Get out, actually it's over. Show. Crazy, might hop in the crowd.